The media isn't media. What do you think of media? You think of media, they're got people out there looking at things where you're not, and they tell you what happened. That's the news. They don't do the news. There is no news. There is the advancement of the Democrat Party agenda, which is get rid of Trump. They're totally devoted to it. The media just been corrupt by liberalism. Sean, I don't watch CNN, MSNBC. Used to for show prep. I've banned all content from MSNBC on my show. Why promote that garbage? It just makes me mad.
He very quickly reverted back to his typical self, playing the victim card and casting himself as a martyr.
Leveling up these two ideas, the laughable Donald Trump took a bullet for democracy versus a president who wants to put the country first.
An increasingly desperate family who's preparing for civil war. You just make up things and just throw it out there. And I'd be shocked if the audience was really that stupid to believe the crazy lies.
Who's really preparing for a civil war here?
Donald Trump has revered the Nazis. He has revered Hitler. He's read his book. He used to say he had it on his nightstand. Donald Trump has had a very sinister philosophy, wanting to be a dictator. I think that the danger of a Donald Trump is that he would absolutely try to exterminate an entire group of people because he thinks that their genes are somehow different than his and faulty.
While they allow the most reckless commentary that's already incited assassins, anything that you say that's factually accurate about COVID or Hunter, they want to censor you.
If the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are, if they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose total control.
What drives them crazy is that they can't control you. And it's why they're trying to silence Donald Trump by any means necessary, because his success is an indictment of them, their incompetence, their sedition, their authoritarianism. This election's a battle for survival. It's not just about Trump. It's about the future of the country and whether it will remain free and fair as it was founded.
Good evening, my friends. Fernando here with the Conservative Ex-Con, or should I say, the Conservative Ex-Con? Me? It's a little dark. Sorry about that. I don't have any production lighting, being that I'm in my car. This is probably the best I can do right now. I posted this video earlier. I'm editing. I deleted it. I apologize for those 3 followers that I have and watched it already, and they're like, "What the hell? Looks different." Oh my god. Yeah, it's different. I was just rambling on. I shouldn't have rambled on so long, and didn't make any sense even to myself. So I wasn't happy with it. So here we go again. I will say, Rush Limbaugh, the great. You know, I mentioned in the first version, my dad used to listen to Rush. And Rush made a lot of sense to my dad. And my dad was, to me, one of the smartest people I knew growing up. He was a strong, powerful, very strong man. Been through a lot. Had a big car accident, lost the use of his legs, and they told him he'd never walk. But knowing my dad, he made it. He forced himself to walk again. I don't know how he did it, but he did. He would be on his wheelchair or without legs or whatever, and he'd be getting under cars and doing his thing. And he was a home improvement guy. He would be working, dragging himself down the stairs. So I can see where I get some of the stuff. I'm the same way. I'm a strong-willed individual, and thanks to Dad for that. It's one of the reasons I respect Trump. One of the reasons I respect a lot of these strong conservatives that it's just, you got to do what you got to do to get by, you know what I'm saying, to survive. Now, Rush, as I was saying, my father listened to Rush. I remember in my late teens, and I never really asked, but I used to listen, and Rush made a lot of sense. Even though I was raised in a liberal state, really liberal, my dad and my family lived with conservative values. It's probably why I was raised the way I am now. even though I never really cared about politics. You know, it's at a late age where I finally started listening to Rush myself, and you know, he earned my respect. You know, when he passed, it was very sad. I was very saddened by that. You know, but much respect. This is why I played this clip. It's just a fact. What he's used the facts, man, the truth. The media is out to get Trump. No better way to say it. TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. Every single one of these guys. MSNBC, or DNC as some guys call it. ABC News. CNN is the worst. Scarborough. The little potato head, what's his name? Stoutzer. Oh God, that guy just a weird dude. Just looks weird. So, you know, rest in peace, Rush. And Jesse, again, thanks again. You have an amazing show, man. So this is why I cut it from what I posted the other day, that video, probably a longer version. But I had to cut it down to go with this video. The liberal media. Nonsense. Nonsense. Anyone with common sense would listen to this crap, this bullshit, and know it's bullshit. Of course, you got your libtards. You wanna know why we call them that? Libtards, who are just love this shit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Freaking libtards. Freaking media got issues. They got issues. These people got issues. Hey, you know, I've mentioned before, I'm not going to sit here and bore you to death with numbers and, you know, the people I want to talk to are people who have a similar background to me. Yeah, I did a little college. Yeah, you know, I quit school at an early age, but then I tried to go back at a later age and they didn't let me. So I went and got my GED, passed that with honors, a little bit of college. So I don't claim to be the most intellect ex-convict, but I'm smarter than most because I have common sense. It's common sense. You know, as my old karate teacher used to say, pay attention. And as of late, and the last, it's helped me survive. You know, I'm healthy, 53 years old. Blessed be, you know. Rest in peace, Rush. We miss you. You're missed. And again, Jesse, keep doing what you're doing, brother. This video here just shows their bullshit. Hillary. I can't stand Kamala. I don't like saying her name right. It just sounds like I'm just bleh. Vomit. Word vomit. Kamala. Hillary. Libs. Democrats. They're just putting it out, what their intentions are. You know, they do not want to lose power. They want to censor the facts, the truth. And they say, we're the bad people. Democrats are the violent ones. Democrats are the liars. Democrats are the ones that spew all this nonsense about Trump and Republicans and half the country. And people feed into it. 2 assassination attempts. 2. 1, he got shot. And I said before, and I so much respect that I have for Trump, for getting shot and getting up, fist up in the air, fight. I don't, listen, man, I know a lot of killers. I've said it before. I know a lot of gangsters, a lot of guys who would do what they had to prove themselves. But not one of them would go back to a location where they were shot. No. I don't care who you are. You could say you're a badass. But me, being with my past, you're bullshit. You're fake. And this clown of a reporter from CNN saying this bullshit about Trump and Hitler. You know, I believed this shit before. I used to believe this crap. Thanks, Amadeo. Woke my ass up. Really woke up. And he said it, Fernando, you know, why do you hate Trump? And I would spew this nonsense, my facts that I got from these liberal media bullshit artists. And he didn't get mad at me. He didn't talk shit to me because, you know, conservatives are not violent. Conservatives are not negative. They're not angry like most of these freaking libtards. Anger's all on their side. No Democrats are trying to get, assassinated. They're not attempting to assassinate Harris or Joe, the rotting bag of oatmeal in the White House, or Kamala, the cackling freaking hag. Can't stand her. My God. It's the liberals trying to kill Republicans. It's the liberals with all the violence. It's the liberals who just cannot stop with their anger. Look around. You see it everywhere. They're angry at everyone that's not believing in their bullshit. No genius. Common sense. Not going to spew bullshit here. Not going to spew nonsense. I may know the numbers. I'm not going to sit here and repeat stuff that, all you got to do is look it up. And if you listen to this crap and believe it, you're a libtard. Thanks, Jesse. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Another individual that I watch, good, the voice of reason and conservatism, Tucker Carlson. I'm going to post his video after this. This is a few years ago, and it's amazing. He can play that now and put today's date on it. It's the same shit. This isn't something new. It's been going on for a long time. It's been going on for a while. They just cannot stand when their power is in danger, when they cannot stand the truth. Truth hurts. It's like when you're in a relationship with someone. The truth hurts. Even me, somebody tells me the truth, I don't like it, then it hurts like hell. Shit in the face of all libtards. And we cannot allow this to happen. We cannot. Guys, I've said it before, I'm an ex-convict. I was in prison for some serious shit. I am blessed that I'm out. I am blessed that I'm enjoying what freedoms that I have. But if this clown show keeps going the way it's going, the little freedom that I have and the plenty of freedom that you guys have, a lot of it's going to be gone. It's no joke. Vote the right way. Vote conservative. Vote for people who respect your freedom, my freedom, whatever one I have left. It's obvious what's going on. Trump's a dictator. Trump's a communist. Trump's this. Trump's that. I watching this that we just watched. If I wanted to slam my phone, there's other things that make me want to do that all the time, but I can't afford a new phone. No insurance, 3 part-time jobs, 3 followers. Can't afford a new phone, so I gotta listen to this. I mentally slam my phone, but I don't really do it. But I want to. As I was saying, Tucker Carlson, one of the best. Watch this video. It says it doesn't change. Before Rush passed, doesn't change. They are out to get Trump, and by trying to get Trump, they're out to get you. They're out to get me. That's just plain and simple as day. Gotta have the common sense. I don't have to sit here and sound like a genius. I don't have to sit here and spew any so-called my facts. They're not my facts. They're just the facts. It's out there. And if you choose to sit back like a sheep and be herded, go right ahead. Shit in the face. Guys, I apologize for the sound of this video. I apologize for the darkness. I do not record this stuff at home. I use my phone or a few apps to put this together. By the way, you like the little thing in the corner there? Yeah, I put that together myself. That's me. The little clock thing? That's because I did that. I can be a little creative. I learn other stuff on my own. Do all the editing as I go along. But the graphic stuff, I've always been kind of good with computers and stuff. And with these phones, you can do anything. But I want this to be not only informative to anyone that's in my situation or having in my situation that don't know that there are people like me trying to push this movement forward. I'm believing in America. I'm believing that you, my 3 followers, can help me grow, help this movement grow, hope this does grow. And I can do what I can to help this country move in a better direction. Whether it's, no matter how small it may be. I just need to do it. I have to. I love you guys. Watch this next Tucker Carlson video. It's the shit. It's the facts. All right, please think, follow, think, share, and if you can't help out, I put the link in the description. Think. Take care, guys. You guys have a great weekend. Talk to you guys maybe tomorrow, Monday.
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. We spend an awful lot of time in the show night after night trying to explain what is happening to our country. And it's depressing a lot of the time because the answer is always the same. America is not rotten. It's a great place. The people who run it are rotten. So you've been betrayed by the people who lead you, and that's why things are so volatile. What you're looking at is a crisis of our institutions. Our institutions are corrupt. Some of them are collapsing. We say that a lot because it's true, but we should be more precise. Not all of our institutions are the same. Some of them are bad, some of them are awful. But looming above the rest is the worst of all, and that's the news media. They're the most corrupt. How corrupt is the news media? Imagine a drunken teenage border guard at the crossing between Togo and Burkina Faso, shaking you down at midnight as you pass through. The New York Times is much more corrupt than that. The media are more crooked than Jimmy Hoffa ever was. They're more dishonest than your average bribe-taking building inspector in Queens. They're more treacherous than the mafia. They make cops in Tijuana look trustworthy. You'll get a fairer treatment from an inner-city DMV than you would from CNN. Ask Nick Sandman. We could go on. Words can barely express the truth of it. Watching the news on television makes you question the system itself. In what version of, quote, meritocracy could someone like Chuck Todd get rich and famous? Dumb and conventional now passes impressive? It's insulting. But rather than be insulted, we've decided to pause for a moment and look at it a different way. Yes, the news media are profoundly dishonest. All of us lie from time to time. That's the human condition. But imagine if lying was your job. Imagine forcing yourself to tell lies all day about everything in ways that were so transparent and so outlandish that there is no way the people listening to you could possibly believe anything you said. Then imagine doing that again and again and again every day of your professional life for your entire life. Could you do that? If you could, CNN has an opening on the media analysis desk. Call them immediately. But if you're a non-sociopathic normal person, the answer obviously is no, you could not do that. You could never lie like that. So you've got to kind of respect the people who can. They're like Olympians in reverse. They achieve feats so dishonorable that you gasp in horror as you watch them. But at the same time, you've got to respect those skills. Take a look at these gold medalists in duplicity and ask yourself as you watch, could you say something like this with a completely straight face about Kamala Harris?
She's incredibly successful and she does everything professionally with the utmost integrity.
Kamala Harris is independent, successful, strong, but she's also a devoted wife, and she's not ashamed of that.
And I would say that her performance as a running mate was flawless. I mean, other than Barack Obama in my career, I've not seen anybody really who came in with that kind of raw material. She fits the moment in such a powerful way.
She is what every working woman strives to be.
Of course, she's flawless. Kamala Harris is everything women want to be. False, hollow, cunning, consumed with political power, really a model for your daughters. Make that woman vice president. And so they did. And on the night they did, they celebrated. In fact, celebration might be too mild a word. What happened on cable television that night is typically, and by law in a lot of places, confined to bedrooms and other private spaces. But that night they did it in public, and they were proud of it. Here was primetime over on CNN.
How you feeling?
I almost can't talk right now because of the emotion. Everyone is welcome under this tent. We don't care who you are. We don't care if you voted for us or not. You're all part of this American experiment. I was so overwhelmed to hear that. I don't care what people think, if they think I'm biased or not, I don't care. And so I'm very emotional. So when you ask me how I'm feeling right now, I'm sorry. That's all I can tell you. This is how I feel right now. I am so happy to have this platform to be able to do this. I may not have it after this, but I really don't care. I am so happy.
Everyone is welcome under this tent. They're all invited, except the white supremacists and the QAnon people and anyone else who disagrees with anything we say. They're all going to jail. But the rest are more than welcome to stay and obey our commands. It was that kind of night. Festive, good-hearted, magnanimous. Months later, as the inauguration neared and the Biden family made its victorious procession into the capital city, the mood lifted even higher. "I have chills," wrote one editor at the New York Times. She was feverish with joy. CNN rousted its poet laureate from lunch and led him to the set to commemorate this moment. Here's the sonnet he wrote for the occasion.
Those lights that are just shooting out from the Lincoln Memorial along the reflecting pool, it's like almost extensions of Joe Biden's arms embracing America.
Not everyone is as poetic as David Chalian, the man you just saw. That's why he's CNN's political director. An ordinary journalist might not even have noticed that Joe Biden's arms are like twin beams of light shooting forth from the reflecting pool, embracing America as a mother embraces a child. No, an ordinary journalist might simply have described Joe Biden's arms as toned and tawny and redolent of musk and saddle leather. Not everyone is David Chalian. But not everyone needs to be David Chalian. The thing about journalism is it's not an individual achievement. It's about the group. In journalism, it's the collective spirit that matters. Like synchronized swimmers or certain species of insects, journalists move together in concert, as a herd, if you will. When Joe Biden writes a talking point, they repeat it, not just a few of them, but all of them in precisely the same way. Think of reporters as the North Korean gymnastics team celebrating Kim Il-sung Day in a soccer stadium in Pyongyang. They move as one. Watch this clip, for example. Members of the press corps inform you that this new group of politicians in Washington is very different from any other group of politicians in all of human history. Unlike the rest of them, these people are committed to something called the truth.
President Joe Biden making it clear his administration will be nothing like his predecessors, with a focus on truth, science, and transparency.
A commitment to clarity, transparency, science, and truth.
A return to normalcy as the Biden administration vows truth and transparency now.
As the Biden White House vows transparency and truth when sharing information with the American people, what does that mean? We're going to talk about it.
As this White House promises to bring truth and science back to the White House.
Is getting back to the truth and valuing the truth.
Getting back to the truth, valuing the truth. Now there's a refreshing concept. Who does that remind you of, by the way? We don't be patriarchal here, but if we're being totally honest, that sounds a lot like Dad. A little blunt sometimes, but honest, a straight shooter. Solid, reliable, steady. That's Joe Biden. Above all, Joe Biden's a family man. Took the train back to Wilmington every night to the 10,000 square foot estate a campaign donor bought from in exchange for unregistered lobbying on behalf of credit card companies. Biden's not like the last guy. Joe Biden's family is refreshingly normal. There aren't any weird sex scandals or protracted drug problems or ongoing criminal investigations you've got to worry about. Want to know what the Bidens are doing this weekend? A recent headline in Newsweek will tell you. Quote, Joe Biden wins in Mario Kart race against granddaughter at Camp David. It's wholesome stuff like that, not secretly lobbying for China, not impregnating strippers from Arkansas. No, they're playing Mario Kart with the grandkids, just like you. And at the heart of this great American family is a love story. One man, one woman, and the fires of passion that changed the course of our history. Not since Anthony dined with Cleopatra in downtown Antioch, before they killed themselves, obviously, has a country witnessed a love story as moving and poignant as Jill and Joe. No, ladies and gentlemen, Jill Biden is not Joe's caretaker. She isn't his nurse. She's his fully equal romantic partner. Together, they are the wise and knowing parents of a nation. As a headline from Politico on Valentine's Day put it, quote, historians and relationship experts agree. The first couple's romantic gestures aren't just genuine, they're restorative. So it's official. The Biden's affection is totally real. It's in no way part of a slick PR campaign devised by cynical consultants determined to hide the president's senility by misdirection. Not at all. Their love is as real as climate change. The Politico story begins this way, quote, on a mission to rebuild institutional norms and help heal a hurting nation, Joe and Jill Biden are trying something novel after 4 years of the Trumps, a little tenderness. That's right, America, a little tenderness. The Biden's love is like medicine. It's more powerful than the COVID vaccine, and you only need one injection. Watch Dr. Joy Reid prescribe a whole lot more of it.
What a story, though. What a great love story between Jill Biden and Joe Biden. It's just a different kind of marriage. This is a love match like the Obamas were. So I think that'll be healing for the country, too.
Yeah, it will be. The Biden's love will be healing for this country. It'll make us whole again. It might even stop looming hyperinflation and keep the Chinese Navy from closing the South China Sea to international shipping. That's the kind of love it is. When you've got a love like that, it emits a magnetic tug. People can feel it. They seek you out like pilgrims to bask in your healing rays. Here was the scene on the White House lawn just this weekend as reporters from across the region threw down their crutches and approached America's reigning apostle of love, hoping to graze the hem of his garment and be healed.
How do you extend that love story to the American people that are feeling so down right now, so discouraged?
Tell them there is hope. There's hope. You just have to stay strong.
It's lifted your spirits.
I hope you never come out this early when it was so damn cold.
Next time, bring us coffee too.
That's true. I wasn't sure you'd all be here. But
We'll be here.
I love your dogs.
I'll bring the donuts next Friday if you come back.
Okay. I tell you what, I apologize. Here, I didn't have a taste. I didn't even have a taste. Here, come on. I promise you.
I'm going to get in trouble. I don't have my mask.
I give you my word. I didn't have any.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll bring donuts. I love your dog. And above all, how can your love heal this nation?
Thanks for watching, guys. As I said, please like, share, follow, and support if you can. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, y'all. Trump Vance 2024.